This is my Friday. On Monday, I'm glad to get off work this evening. I got to go to the bank first. Then I got to go to Big Lots because I got to get a couple of things. But one thing that I want to talk about is credit cards. I just paid off another credit card. And it was an old debt. An old debt because I've been taking my time paying the minimum amount. But I'm glad to get rid of it because this is one card that I need to get rid of, because when I travel, I want my card to be free of debt in case I really need it. And that's the same for anyone. If you really love to travel, you need to pay off your debt. And right now I'm going to my first place to get some money out so that I can do some minor shopping. Well, I'm done with that. Getting the money out of the bank. Gotta have some cash to spend, just like I said. But as I was saying, I paid off one credit card, and it's an old debt. When I say old debt, I mean it's been had for many years and you pay the minimum. And that's just one of many credit cards. I got rid of quite a few others. You got to build up your credit at the same time. But the most important thing is you need a certain credit card when you travel. You should have one dedicated credit card, and when you first start travel, you really should have nothing on it. It really should be a travel card. Now, I've been places where I had to use more than one credit card. In fact, I still do. 2 is the maximum credit cards you should use in any one place. Because definitely some places do not use American Express. Some places do not use Diners Club, probably. Maybe they do. I never had a Diners Club. I always want one, but I didn't want to pay the fee. But that's going to another subject. Most credit cards, Visa cards, is what everybody accepts. And they also accept Discover cards a lot of places. Some places do not accept Discover cards. But nevertheless, you should have those cards vacant, zero balance, whenever you travel. Because there's nothing like going to a grocery store and find out that all your cards are at its limit. And then if you're in a favorable place and you can still pay on your card, you can pay on your card while you're traveling, which I do sometimes, because you don't want to miss the date. But anyway, credit cards is just one subject that we have to take care of. I think sometimes it could be quite embarrassing because I see a lot of people, even in the 99-cent store, they pull out all stops and end up having to pay cash anyway, or having to put the groceries back. But when you travel, you can't be doing that. You can't put your travel back. You're stuck, buddy. So you might as well take care of your business before you travel. Make sure you have the proper credit cards for the proper things, even if you use more than 2. It's taking care of business while you're away on business. And traveling to some people is a business. And it's a pleasure at the same time, because I take my travel seriously as if I had a business, and I never had a business. But that's my business, traveling when I can't do anything else. One thing I like about cruising I probably have not said anything about it before, but you must dedicate a credit card to the cruise that you're about to take. Usually you do it toward the end when you get all your documents together. You can't do it in a different kind of way. Wait till you get on board, I guess, then do it. But why wait when you can do it online with the cruise company? You pay everything. You get all your things together. You never have to use cash to buy anything when you're cruising. And that's a good thing about having a credit card dedicated to cruising. But you still should have a card that has enough of a balance near zero, or you have enough credit on your card that doesn't look like it's at the limit. So that's the number one thing you got to do, especially when you travel by cruising. Even though you might use the card for something else, like for plane fare or whatever. Sometimes I use a separate card, but if I have enough of a limit, I have so much available credit, then I'll use that card for everything. Whether it's a plane, whether it's a rent-a-car, whether it's for the hotel, because it's easy to pay on it. And it's good to use a card that pays you back also. So even if you have all these cards that pays you back, you do want to pay on time still. Because at the end of the day, if there's something you want to buy, at least you got some gifts on the card you want to give yourself. Certificates, dining certificate, things like that. So I do recommend really not using a card which doesn't give cash back. Of course, all cards today give cash back. Most all cards today give you incentive. They double your purchases. And you can turn in those cards, like I said, for gift certificates. So how much cash do you need when you travel? I say you should have at least $600 to $1,000. Of course, I traveled as little as $400 to $500, and I stuck with it. I didn't go overboard. And that's for two people. So like if you want to buy a few things cash and you don't want to be bothered with the credit card, at least you got the cash. For emergency incidentals is what I call it. Emergency incidentals. Oh, this is my Friday on a Monday, and already I see fire trucks. They blocked off the whole street, and police cars. So I don't know exactly what happened here. The street is crowded on a Monday. which is my Friday. I don't know what's going on tonight, but I saw another set of an ambulance that just went by me. I didn't capture it on film here. I didn't capture it on video, but I thought they was going to where it looked like an accident was, but they did a U-turn in front of me and went back the other way, so that was strange. And then about a half mile down the street, there was a whole bunch of policemen all together outside the car just talking. Maybe they was responding to the same thing, but maybe they got a little break. All this on Route 66, Huntington Drive. In the city of Duarte. This is my Friday on Monday, number 1. The last one I gave was just an introduction of what I was going to do, but this is number 1 of a series of This is my Friday on Monday. Number 1, not part 1, number 1. It is amazing how I am actually kind of tired because I worked 3 days in a row extra. And I mainly did that because I can, but not just because I can, because I need a little bit more extra right now because I need to free up some things. A credit card was one of them. I need to buy a couple of things at Big Lot. That's where I'm on my way to. And I'm going out of town on Saturday for a couple of days. At least for 3 days. So it will come in handy for me to take care of a little business now, just so that I can travel this coming Sunday. And speaking of Big Lots, I used to go to Big Lots a lot. Big Lots prices have really gone up in the past few years, even before the pandemic. I don't know why their prices going up when it's supposed to be kind of cheap. But they sell furniture and all other kinds of stuff there. But even the small items, you would think that they would be like at least $1 or $2 cheaper. But no, only a few things are cheap enough to buy that are in the $1 range or $2 range. But when they get up into the $4 and $5 range, they're not really a discount store anyway. Even though I have a card to them, pretty much like I do with Costco and Sam's Club, and you get these long pieces of paper whenever you buy stuff that I hardly ever used to go back and use a discount on that. I think maybe once or twice I've done it by accident. Maybe the water's a little cheaper, but there are certain things that I need hygienically that are in between prices. And it could be a $2 or $3 difference between a name brand and a non-name brand that does the same thing. So more than likely, I would get the name brand if it's just as cheap as the non-name brand. But if the non-name brand volume is the same, and I know it's the same thing, then I'm going to get the non-name brand. You know, I mean, that just makes sense. So Big Lots is not really a low value store. In fact, there's cereals that I used to get, like big boxes, not the really, really big box, but the big box, I guess the normal, what used to be the normal size cereal box, what used to be a normal size cereal box. You could get it like for $1.50, like maybe for Life cereal. And some of the other whole grain cereals or Harvest type cereals. Now you get them, now instead of $1.50 to be $1. If they ever sell $1.60, but usually they're at the $3 range. Instead of $2.50, which some of them are, $2.50 I can accept. But when they start going into $3 and $3.50 and $4, that's just like going to the market. I just don't get it. Or why these people think that they are really doing us a favor when they're not. And I think that's why a lot of those other places go out of business too, because they used to be really cheap. Now are they trying to make a transition in a multi-type market where they sell both food and furniture and all those? It seems like they are trying to be like a Walmart or something. Of course, they don't have all frozen foods. I mean, that's all they have is frozen stuff, just a few things in a refrigerator, but that's about it. You know, you might find a few things there, but they don't have like groceries sitting out like the 99-cent store, which charge grocery store prices like 99 cents a pound or 25 cents a pound on a lot of the vegetables that you buy. Now, of course, the dollar store, they have a refrigerator also, but I don't see any vegetable type stuff sitting out that I know of. Not like bananas or greens or spinach or onions or anything like that I know of. Maybe some of them do somewhere, but not at these stores. Look like I see another ambulance or fire truck or something like that here in the canyon city of Azusa. There's an In-N-Out Burger across the street here. Let's see on the left hand side. Let's see what this is. Yep, it's a fire truck and one of those emergency type fire trucks. So I done seen 2 or 3 incidents already on the road. On my Friday, which is Monday. There's just a lot going on. In fact, I think it's too many things going on. Okay, now you have a motorcycle coming by. squeezing through as they always do. Got its mate on the back. I don't know how they do it with those high risers. I saw another motorcycle earlier with a smaller bike just kind of sneak up because I didn't even hear it. And this one is loud enough. Maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. So on my Friday, which is Monday, it's just as crazy as all the other days. I'm looking for something I don't know what. Huh. Oh, here it is. Okay. This box of Raisin Bran was $2.50. So this is extra. Everything else was either $2.69. I bought 2 things of pepper that used to be 99 cents, is now $1.19. And a couple other things. But everything went up, I would say at least 19 cents. Most everything in there. So if it was $2.50 up to $2.69, pepper, $1.19, not 99 cents. And these Raisin Bran, $2.50. See you later, folks, and have a great evening on my Friday, which is a Monday. Talk to you later.